Cricket Rockstar Nation, this is Tyrelle Audain, aka the Cricket Rockstar Devo, welcoming you all to episode 5 of the Sixes Cricket Fact Show. And we're gonna get on with it right away, folks. And we're gonna be discussing two things today. Today we'll be discussing the conclusion of the Bangladesh versus West Indies ODI series, in particular the last two games that took place on the 21st and the 23rd of October. The Mirpur wicket has always been known to be a typical wicket that slows and turns in almost every single international match, but the difference must be told that it did witness two completely contrasting performances that truly captured the unpredictable nature of ODI cricket in the subcontinent. We'll start with the second ODI, which, let me tell you, was a low-scoring classic which was dominated by the spinners. And listen to this, folks. For the very first time in the history of West Indies cricket, all 50 overs of their innings was bowled with spin. Yes, for a team that has always produced fast bowlers, great fast bowlers from the 70s, 80s, 90s, to now bowling 50 overs, all spin on a wicket that was absolutely jet black was some sort of a record which never existed before. And it tells you everything about the conditions in Mirpur, Bangladesh, because in the first game, Bangladesh, mind you, all 10 of Bangladesh wickets, if I'm not mistaken, in the first match did fail to spin, and it was offering nothing for the fast bowlers whatsoever. So Bangladesh, after winning the toss, posted 213 for the loss of 7 in 50 overs, with their batters totally struggling on a pitch that kept slowing down and turning all of the time. Now, had it wasn't for that blistering late cameo from Rashad Hussain, who blasted 34 of 19, they would have gotten less than 200. But 213, we all know, wasn't going to be easy to chase, especially on a deteriorating wicket. When the West Indies were chasing 214, the run chase was unpredictably tense, as while wickets was falling quickly like a house of cards, Shea Hope's gritty undefeated half-century, along with vital contributions from Justin Graves and Akil Hussain down the order, sent the match into a super over. The super over, mind you, was pure drama from ball one, that kept everyone on the edge of their seats, as West Indies scored 10 runs in the super over, courtesy Shea Hope. And then Akil Hussain successfully defended it by restricting Bangladesh just to 9 runs, winning the game by 1 run and leveling the series at 1 apiece. The final match of the ODI series was nowhere near close as it was with the previous match, as Bangladesh thumped the West Indies by 179 runs to take the series 2 matches to 1. If you look at the pitch played in the first 2 ODIs, you saw that the wicket was absolutely jet black, as I mentioned earlier on, and offering lots of turn for the spinners. In this decider, it was slightly better for batting, as the Tigers, for the third consecutive time, batted first, and this time their openers, for the first time in the series, Saif Hassan and Shumar Shakar, delivered a match-defining, 176 run stand for the opening wicket. Saif got a maiden half century with 80 of 72 deliveries, and Shumar Shakar top scored with a brilliant 91 of 86 deliveries. The Tigers did finish on 296 for the loss of 8 on the board after 50 overs on what turned out to be a match-winning massive total at the Sher Bangla National Stadium. If I do talk about the West Indies run chase, I would frickin' flip out. Or should I say frickin' flip out. And as expected, only one batter scored more than 20 runs in the run chase, as they crashed out for only 117 in pursuit of the 297 for victory. And here's where the cricket confession comes into play. All 10 wickets fell to the Bangladeshi spinners, as Naseem Ahmed started the rout, taking 3 wickets early on, and then it was the turn of Rashad Hussain, who capped off what was a sensational series with his all-round batting abilities earlier on, which was overshadowed by his awesome leg spin bowling with another 3-wicket haul, cementing his Player of the Series award, while his fellow spin partner Tanveer Islam did also chip in with a couple of wickets to finish off what was a one-sided brilliant performance from the Bangladeshis. Let's zoom across from Bangladesh to Pakistan, where South Africa, the title holders of the World Test Championship, trashed the home team by 8 wickets inside 4 days to draw level the Test series at 1-all. Very interestingly, and this is a very huge coincidence, this series was actually dominated not just by the spinners alone, but also the batters, despite the fact how difficult the wickets have been as Pakistan, as we have been witnessing for the last year now, have been producing turning wickets. But the difference between the wicket at the Gaddafi Stadium in Lahore and the difference of the wicket at the Rawalpindi Cricket Stadium is that the tracks started to turn from day 2 of the first test in Lahore. As for the wicket in Rawalpindi, it did turn for quite a bit, but then flattened out around late in day 2 into day 3, and literally it was supposed to be a track that was supposed to suit the spinners, but then Pakistan made blunders with regards to its tactics, and that's where the downfall had occurred for the men in green. And overall, the rest of the test match had seen chaos and bacchanal. Pakistan won the toss on Monday morning and had opted to bat first for the second time in a row, putting up a respectable 333 all out, which was built on half centuries from captain Shan Masood and Shad Shakil. Kishore Maharaj, who missed the first test through injury, was simply outstanding with his left arm wrist spin, claiming 7 wickets for 102 runs. And in reply, South Africa's first innings was a tale of 2 halves, or should I say 3 halves. It started with the top order struggling, so as the middle half of the batting lineup. And then there was the lower order resilience, which was the main highlight of the South Africans' first innings. The top order did struggle, but superb knocks from Tristan Stubbs 76 at number 3, Kagiso Rabada 71 batting at number 11. Yes, number 11. Coincidentally, I also did some research and I found out that Kagiso Rabada's 71, I believe, is either the 3rd or the 4th highest score for a number 11 batter in Test cricket. And then a career best 89 not out from Sunuran Mutazambi batting at number 8 dragged South Africa past Pakistan's first innings total to post 404 all out, securing a vital 71-run first innings lead. This was after South Africa at one stage was 8 wickets down for 235, courtesy Asif Afridi on Test debut, as the 38-year-old picked up a 6-wicket haul on debut. Now, keep in mind, the same Asif Afridi, mind you, was banned for 2 years a couple of seasons back for his involvement in spot fixing. And since then, he has been around the domestic system for a long time taking wickets, but was on the sidelines due to Pakistan having so many spin options in their ranks. But coming back to Mutusambi, his innings was very exceptional given the fact how Proteas were in all sorts of trouble at one stage, and his knock was literally the icing on the cake for the South Africans. Pakistan in their second innings had lots of drama as its top order, which has Abdullah Shafiq, Imam ul Haq and captain Shan Masood, collapsed in spectacular fashion inside 6.1 overs. And then on the 4th day, it was virtually all over as the hosts, who started the day at 96 for the loss of 4, collapsed to 138 in less than 15 overs in the opening session on day 4. And it just goes to show that unlike South Africa, who has a fighting spirit and the depth in its batting lineup, Pakistan's batting department reminds me of what West Indies went through recently in India and for what has been happening over the years. The 138 that the Pakistanis did make was a catastrophic failure for their instability to play the spinners, in particular Simon Harmer, who was absolutely brilliant in the second innings, taking match-winning figures of 6 wickets for 50 runs. And during that innings, he took his 100. He did take his 1,000th first-class wicket, which was a massive achievement for the veteran South African off-spinner, who has been on the sidelines due to his Kolpak arrangement with Essex long ago, but that Kolpak arrangement no longer exists, as he did make a return to South African cricket a couple of seasons back. And because of the collapse, it did lead to South Africa with an elementary target of just 68 runs to level the test series at 1 apiece. And they did reach its target very comfortably, as Captain Aidan Markram smashed a quick fire but brisk 42 or 45 deliveries before the target was reached with ease. And if I be real with you guys, this had to be a tremendous fight back by the South Africans after losing the first test, and which was a close encounter, mind you. But the difference between this one and between the first test and the second test was the way how the South Africans took the game away from Pakistan in the second match, when their lower order and the tail wagged for long periods of time. And that was the turning point, So was the fifers in the first and second innings respectively from Kishab Maharaj and Simon Harmer. Overall, this was a wonderful test series involving the two teams that was played in great spirits, and though there wasn't any winner after the two matches, it surely was an exciting two-test series between Pakistan and South Africa. Now the attention does shift to the T20s, which starts on the 28th of October, also at the Rawalpindi Cricket Stadium, which also happens to be #Pink Day, as this match is dedicated to all women diagnosed with breast cancer, as October, we all know, is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And talking about which, for the first time, Pakistan joins the ranks of the South African men's team and the Indian women's team in wearing pink in honor of the cancer victims. And for this match alone, South Africa, they will be wearing pink ribbons. Remember, South Africa have been using this Pink Day tradition in their backyard since 2013, and it has brought them a lot of success along the way. Now, South Africa's next Pink Day is sometime in January for the T20s against the West Indies, and they've never played a Pink Day T20 before that, just like you all know up front. So that's going to do it for this episode of the Sixes Cricket Fact Show. Remember to follow me on all of my social media platforms, and please don't jackass the scene. Be good, be cool, stay frosty, and we'll continue. And on the next show, when we get together, we'll be discussing the last two games of the Australia versus India series. So until then, bye for now.